Hello, everyone, and Merry Christmas to everybody from Gerry's Old Guy Review. Let It Fly on Fridays, coming to you on Christmas Day. And this week, it is brought to you by myself, Miss Diane, our 4 fur babies who try to entertain you at every turn. I hope everybody got everything they wanted for Christmas and then some. If you didn't get everything you wanted, I'm sorry, and only 364 more days to try it again. Good luck. So, on that note, I've already got something to add to your Christmas list for next year. HG Models has done it again. I'm going to tell you, this actually straight blew my skirt up because I wasn't even looking for this, and there it was. HG Models has released the P415. If you don't know what that is, go look it up. You won't be disappointed. So, HG Models, I love the military vehicles, but they were 112 scale. They released a 110 scale military Humvee, which, for those of us from back in the day, we called that one a turtleback. It was the completely Kevlar Humvee version, and it was big. HG Models did not mess around. The scale, the details, it's beautiful. But I was like, what am I going to do with this military vehicle with my other 110s? Doesn't work. But the P415, and I'm going to go out on this limb right to the end and say that it might be licensed Humvee body, because it doesn't have one of these crazy names like explosion proof truck, highly realistic military truck. It is called the Hummer H1, and it is a civilian. Now, HG shows it in 4 different colors: a black, a red, a silver, and a sand. Banggood is already advertising it, but they only have the black one and the red one. They have roof racks. The running boards are actual tubes like you have on a real truck. They look excellent. Now, $595.99 is not cheap, but this truck looks good. So check it out. The P415, it's on Banggood. I'm assuming it might be on Asia Tees or whatever those other sites are that look just like Banggood. But wow, this thing looks terrific. Lights and sound. For $595, once you go check it out and see what it looks like, oh, it is nice. So, we're going to move right into the next one because it segments from last week with my Wrangler rant and the Toyota Land Cruiser and the Land Rover. Pardon me. The Land Cruiser for 2021 will not be continued. Car and Driver put this out. So if you want an $89,000 SUV-ish looking thing, you better run out and grab this one. 2021 will be the last year for the $89,000 Land Cruiser. So, if it was on your Christmas list and you didn't get one, you might want to move it to the birthday category. Just saying. It's a sounds like a friggin' deal. 89. Well, wow. And also continuing on from last week, I'm not going to tell you why this week I was at the Dodge dealer again. I guess I could say because I work in the automotive field, I may have had to be at the dealer. I'm going to tell you what, our local dealership sells Wranglers and whatever other thing Dodge has out. Their employees are not fond of these vehicles. Wow. So I drove by one lady that was walking around out there, and she started talking at me. And, you know, when I'm in a vehicle with the windows rolled up, I don't know what she was talking about, but I was there for a particular reason. So I decided that I was going to drive past the Gladiators again, where the littlest, chubbiest, fastest ninja-like salesman I've ever seen in my life just shows up out of the blue. Hey, you looking at a Gladiator? That is the wrong thing to do to me at a Dodge dealership. I went on my rant like I did last week on the show, where the salesman completely agreed with me on every point. But he did tell me that the Mojave is a top-of-the-line Gladiator compared to the Rubicon. The Rubicon, he says, is just a name, basically. But when you live in a cold climate like I do, he did give me some tidbits and said that the Mojave, it handles better in the snow. But it's got some fancy Fox shocks all the way around with that sweet 11 inches of ground clearance. And yeah, he wasn't a big fan. And then when he asked me why, and I gave him my list of what Jeeps I've owned: 51 Willys, wagon, 78 CJ5, 77 CJ7. He was like, yeah, you don't want any of these. So I just thought that was humorous that I went to the Dodge dealer, and even the Dodge employees don't like Wranglers and Gladiators. So, funny stuff. But if we get back to HG for a minute, what the hell? So, I'm going to tell you guys, and this is going to be, his name will be down in the description column. I want you guys to go check out Ivor Zulim's videos. He's got a couple of videos, but what that man has done to an HGP 602, for those of us that have the 602s, oh, it's gonna blow your mind. So I'm gonna put that down. There's a 602. I'm not even gonna tell you. I want you to go look at his videos on his channel and see what he did with a 602. Still a work in progress, but wow, it is amazing. Hey Ron, that's my RC. I want you to go check it out specifically because you're working on a 602. You come up with some dazzling things, but I think even this one's gonna blow your mind. So you're welcome in advance. So I know what you might have expected for this week, because I kept talking to you about the Christmas truck I was getting. And I have a great story for you. Wait a minute. Ah, yeah. I'm just going to grab a little beverage, hide it on a camera view for now. So my Christmas truck, which for 2 weeks, maybe not completely 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half, was on hold at my local hobby shop. Jeremy, Arctic Wings RC, doesn't even reflect on you because you're a businessman and I understand people in business. So my truck was set aside so I could roll in Monday and pick up my truck for Christmas. Not to sound harsh, but it was the only thing I wanted for Christmas. So I called on Monday. My truck was missing. 2 employees. Truck got sold. Not a big deal. But strangely, on Monday morning, my good friend and subscriber, Shorty Williams, we've known each other almost 20 years. His daughter is the Megan I referred to in Vivid Auto Detailing, who did my logo, did up my stickers. Her business partner / fiance is also into RC. Over 30,000 people, well, let me say over 33,000 people in the town and my small town that I live that's outside of the big town. 32,000 people. Guess who bought my truck? Derek, my vinyl graphics supplier. What are the chances? So, I mean, out of 32,000 people, 2 of us directly related 3 different ways. 2 different ways. No, 3 different ways. Friend of the girl's father, known the girl since my youngest and her used to play together when they were just little, and now a pretty successful business that's providing things for my new venture, this channel. I thought it was amazing, and how can you be upset? Not that I really even cared, because lo and behold, Wednesday was when the replacement for my truck was supposed to be here. Wasn't here. Crazy the way this shipping's been going lately. And I've sent emails to everybody, but all 3 of my truck contest winners have had their delivery dates pushed back so many times now. 2 of the trucks are showing up next week. 1 of the trucks won't show up till January. It's blowing my mind. FedEx. We're both dealing with FedEx. So, Wednesday, my truck's supposed to be here. Call up Jeremy. Any news? It's not here. But I need you to come by the shop. Well, if the truck's not here, what do I need to come by the shop for? I need you to come by the shop. So, people, no good deed goes unpunished. So, Jeremy's my hobby guy. If he's got it and I want it, I buy it from him. It's only in extreme situations, if he doesn't have specifically what I want, then I'll get it from somewhere else. But when you treat your people right, your people treat you right. He knew that I wanted a Christmas truck for Christmas. He couldn't provide it, and I was going to have something for Christmas. Here's my shelf. Offered me deals, offered me things, made me an offer I couldn't refuse, is what I'm going to say. And you know you've done something right with another person when you try to argue for the good of their business and themselves, and they say, no, stop arguing with me. Do what I tell you. Yes, sir. So I carried on with that venture, and coincidentally, I've got another project. Thanks, Jeremy. So, right there, because of this, hey, Nick, have you noticed anything different about the axial blazer, which I'll cover on that a little more later. I don't want to give you too much, but let me just lean back. Hey, Nick, anything you notice? Zoom in if you want. I'll take my time. That's enough time. No more for you. None. So that is the TRX4 body, 1969 custom blazer body in black. The OEM Chevy wheels for said blazer. And another TRX or SCX 24. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it, but it's green and it's pretty and it's not red. So who knows? So there we go. I have stuff for Christmas. RC stuff for Christmas. Now, this truck, which will look very similar to the Axial, I see that as an excellent opportunity for a nice competition come spring. You can have 69 Blazer against 69 Blazer. But this one only has the 350 in it. That one's got a 350 in it. Oh, but they pulled it out and they put a 6.2 liter LS3. I don't know. LS3 engine. So that one is going to replace my TRX4 original Land Rover. So let me see. Can I reach it? There we go. Did a little extra tidbits to the body. It got refreshed. Full lights. So, I don't know. This has been a pretty good truck. Light bar, full headlights, the whole shebang. So I shouldn't need these bumpers and everything. So, hey, anybody watching, if you want a Land Rover Defender body, I'm kind of torn. I don't know if I'd want to get rid of that. But, hey, if you guys want to make me an offer I can't refuse for a TRX4 Land Rover body with the full lights and detailed out, let me know. So that ends my funny story and my shameless pitch to sell things. Now, I've only got the one small channel, the Tall Guy channel. He is one of my subscribers, viewers, commenters. He stopped in and he's got a small channel. I mean, it's small. So, go check him out, see if there's any videos you like there. You want to like and subscribe? That'd be great. Now this, we're going to move right into something else. Ian Jim is a new commenter, subscriber, viewer, and he is waiting for his RC400 Drive Overland. And he had a question for me because he has a Beast too. So, instead of trying to write all of this in the comments, I figured we'd sneak one in instead of a whole video. So Ian, for your question about the Beast 2 tires and the Overland tires. Now the Overland wheels are a lot smaller and narrower. They're only a 1.7 inch rim, or 1.7 rim. The Beasts are 1.9, so the tires are not going to work. Also, here's a Beast tire. RC 4-wheel drive likes to make the offsets. To make this Beast tire work, because it's taller and wider, this is a negative offset because it's even with the rim inside of the wheel. To make this work, you're going to want to get a positive offset that sticks out further, because right now the inside of the tire rubs on the steering arm. So unless you don't mind tearing up tires, you could do it. But you're going to want to get an offset. You know, I'm looking at this. You know, I'm thinking maybe a 6 mil should work so that this sticks out farther. And then these Beast 2 tires, which are very similar in tread compound, or the compound and the actual tread pattern, they're quite a bit bigger. They would make your Overland look pretty good. So, oh, hey Jason, I got my jack stand under my Beast. Don't worry, it's a 6-ton. It can hold that. It's only holding the one corner. I like when you guys look out for me. We don't want to have an incident without some jack stands. So, sorry Ian. If you're new, that's what this channel, this is what this show is for, a little bit of silliness every week. So, yes, try to find, your Beast tires will work, but you're going to have to get an offset, and because they bolt on, you know, you might be able to get, the inner dealio. You might be able to get these a little fatter if this was a little bit fatter. But then you run into if your shaft is going to be too short or not. That comes out of the axle if you make these too big. But what is this? This is a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boy, that's 8 screws in there. But it's removable, so if you go on the RC 4-wheel drive website, you might be able to find an offset that works. So that's pretty short and sweet, everybody. I don't want to interfere with anyone's eggnog drinking with some rum in it, or however you like to make your eggnog for the holidays. But there's one other thing. There'll be big news coming the first of the year. There's going to be a little collaboration with myself and my local hobby shop where we will possibly be offering things you can't get anywhere else. So stay tuned for that. Um, one of the things I will be getting and building on the channel to see if anyone might want to get one. And it's a mandatory 2-part item, so it'll be excellent. And I'm in the dark, so I can't give you any more information right now. I'm a guinea pig, and I just say yes. Ask my wife. But moving back to what the Christmas truck is going to be, I gave you guys a little tidbit about that it's going to be a vehicle I'm going to upgrade from the start. I've got a live version at my hobby shop, his son, to know where some problems lie, some things they've already had to address with 3D printing. And I have 2 other sites, that the Scale Builders Guild and RC Review, where I'm combining those 2 sites because they have similar or exactly the same concerns. So that'll be coming up, obviously now next year, since we only got a week to go. But one of the biggest things I'm going to address is weight. We're going to be adding weight to a vehicle for the first time, so I can see how much of a difference that makes. Which brings me again to a product from Deluxe Materials. This is a company in the UK, and I'm assuming you can get this at a lot of hobby shops, because it's called Liquid Gravity, and it is dubbed free-flowing weighting system for model railway, rolling stock, aircraft, boats, and cars, non-toxic. This is 240 grams. Now, for any of you like myself from the old days that used to fill up our tires with BBs to make weight, these are microscopic BBs. They're not truly microscopic, but the way my eyes are nowadays, they're pretty microscopic. They are tiny BBs. But this little deal for 240 grams, this bottle is ginormous. It is heavy. So I'm going to attempt to try some of this. You don't even have to, this isn't just for tires. You could say, take your CA glue, if you've got a truck that's, these axials, they're C-channels. If you wanted to put some weight in your C-channels, you put some RTV down or some CA glue, run a bead of this stuff down it, let it dry, boom. You've got a solid, heavy channel. You could do it to your, let's see what else we could put this on. Of course, you could put it in your tires. You know, it's really, if you didn't want to buy aluminum parts, you could just pretty much put this wherever you could glue it. And it looks like it's a brass material. I mean, it's the same color as brass. Let's say, add ballast, apply it to the center of gravity of airplanes, all kinds of stuff. Pour into cavities, fill with deluxe material rocket scion, well, CA glue. Yeah, speed epoxy. You can make it waterproof with whatever chemical you use. You know, it's wake up, you. That's rude. Rude. I knew that was going to happen, but yeah, so this is Liquid Gravity Deluxe Materials. You know, if you want to try something, I'm just getting it to try it. I don't know much about this weight thing and adding weight and whatnot, so there you go. I guess that was a ramble. I guess that could be a rant. So this week, everybody, you're getting lumped in together because I feel that the individual, it just sounds goofy when I'm trying to say the exact same thing to everybody. So this is for everybody new who's commented this week. Thank you for coming by and liking and subscribing. So here you go. Ian Jim, Charles Drain, FT Channel, Holland Gabriel, The Tall Guy Channel, Miguel Phillips, Angelo, Arctic Noodle, wait a minute, and RC Word Shop. Here's a quick one to Arctic Noodle. I watched Arctic Noodle before I even thought about starting a channel. Arctic Noodle told me that he has an original Jolande, but he didn't answer me back. Arctic Noodle, if you're watching, don't leave me hanging. Makes you seem like a tease. Come on, buddy. Let me know about this Jolande one. Other than that, everyone else, thank you for another successful week for my channel and another successful week. Multiple commenters. I can't thank you all enough. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can see me every time I put a new a new video out. If that sort of thing is what you're into. And give me comments, give me questions. If you guys have any questions, anything you see on the wall, let me know. I answer every comment. So, Merry Christmas again. I will see you next week, which should be New Year's. What a hell of a timing. Till next time.